Hello, my amazing friends. This is Kristie here with Kristie's Connections. In this video, we're going to go over the Dollar General penny list and the clearance updates for this week. Now, there are some funky, wonky things happening again, or still, I guess we could just say still at this point, at Dollar General. So there are some things that we need to clarify, talk about, and all that fun stuff. So let's just jump right into it. Everything we're talking about in this video will begin tomorrow, which is Tuesday, August the 18th. As always, don't forget the basic rules of penny shopping. Number one is always to be kind to the store, the employees, and to each other. And your miles may vary, meaning what is a penny or a price at one store may differ from another. And of course, do not ask the employees, call the store, any of that fun stuff asking about Dollar General penny items. All right, gang, let's start off with the clearance updates. So this is the first portion of where some wonky, funky stuff has happened. So let's go over them first, and then I'll talk about the funky stuff. First up, we have the purple dot home at 50% off. I'm going to show you just a few, very select few visuals. Now, some of these are following like you're seeing right now on the screen. These little guys do actually have a purple dot on them, but as you can see, they also have a Happy Valentine's Day tag. Reason being, these came in with Valentine's Day last year. They did have a purple dot. However, they did not penny or clearance down with Valentine's Day or with purple dot last year, but they are following purple dot markdowns this year. So definitely keep an eye out for those cute little things. Next, we do have candles. I'm just showing you a couple, but there are lots more, and they are all over on my website, kristiesconnections.com. Candles are very often considered hidden items because they end up on the shelf with all the regular core candles. Be sure and look there. And now I'm showing you just one example of an excluded items, though there are many. So be sure you know which purple dots are excluded. Excluded meaning it has a purple dot on it. However, it is not following clearance cycle and it is remaining full price. And then we have some following items, and that's pretty much the opposite. These items do not have a purple dot on them. However, they are following purple dot markdowns, so we call these following. They're fun to find because they are not labeled. Lots of times the store employees do not even realize that they are in fact purple dot, so those are always a lot of fun to find. So 50% off on the purple dot home. Now let's chat about purple dot clover real quick. Our purple dot clover lines, we do have 3 this year, and the first one is the brunch tier table. You're seeing examples of the brunch tier table right now on your screen. I am working on getting you a visual video for this line together, so be on the lookout for that. But these currently are 50% off. Again, we're going to chat about that craziness in just a second, but this is an idea of what you're looking for. This is actually really cute line. I love the glasses that just passed. Next one we have is going to be yet another purple clover line, but this one's for those fur baby lovers. This one's going to be the pet tier table collection. So as is the name of the collection, this is going to be lots of items about our fur babies, cats, dogs, and those sorts of things. Lots of different things in here, blankets as well as collars and all kinds of other fun stuff. Our next purple clover line is the Smiley collection. And again, 50% off on that one as well. This one, I actually have all your visuals done. Again, just be looking for a purple clover video coming out to you very soon. But note that there are candles, and I believe there's candles in a lot of these lines. Again, candles are often hidden because they are over with the regular candles in the NCI section. So all of these lines that I'm showing you right now have been through lots of sales, clearance events, and the such. They no longer have a home spot in the store. They're generally no longer on those tier tables. So often they are mixed in with the other seasonal merchandise or in the NCI section. So you definitely have to look around And that's where the visual video will be very important so that you're able to spot these things. Now let's talk about the funky things Dollar General have done with the purple dot and with the purple clover lines. Okay, what you're looking at right now on your screen is a Dollar General memo that came last week, not this week. As you can see, it says fiscal week 28 in the upper left-hand corner. So this is last week's memo. But on this memo, if you look at purple clover, it does list all 3 of our purple clover categories. However, it says 25%. And then on the same line, it says fiscal week 28, 8/11, saying that these were going to stay 25% off last week. However, in their weekly guide, it does state right here for, again, if you see up top, fiscal week 28, 50% on the purple dot home and the purple clover. So I'm not sure if this was store specific last week. I did check a lot of stores and they all seem to be 50% right now for me. So what I have done is made you a cheat sheet with some test UPCs for purple dot home and all 3 of the purple dot clover lines. If you want to check your stores and see if you are already at 50% or if you're at 25% off. If you're at 25% off, I would assume that tomorrow they will in fact go to 50% off. Okay, awesome friends. Now let's chat about the penny list. And again, a little bit funky, a little bit wonky. So let's chat about the funky wonky stuff and then I will give you the list. So if you've been keeping up with Dollar General shenanigans over the last few weeks with penny list, they used to just give us the penny list on Friday. They stopped doing that and they start putting out on a weekly guide as you're seeing right now. It does say baby food MOS, which does in Dollar General language mean penny. And then it also says dental MOS or penny. So that's what they've been. That's what they did several weeks ago. And then on Monday morning, they released an actual itemized list. Now last week, they did the same thing on the weekly guide, just did the MOS thing, never did release an actual itemized list, and we figured it out through the night what the items were. So as of the time of recording this video, I checked in with my sources. They still have not seen an itemized list. However, this one was super simple for me because I have been doing this for a long time to figure out what the items are going to be for a penny tomorrow. With one exception, I do have a little bit of confusion on one item. We're going to talk about that in a second, but let's go through the items that I'm about 99.99999% sure will penny tomorrow. Let's jump into that. So the first one is going to be the Super Poly Grip. Now what you are looking for is a 2-pack. It's not a single pack. This is exactly what it looks like. This is an in-store picture and there's your UPC number, but that is the item you are looking for. Again, I don't have a verification from Dollar General, but I've been doing this a while and that will most likely, very high likeliness, be a penny tomorrow. And that, I believe, will be the only oral care we're going to have. But then we also have the baby food. So we do have those 3 beech nut baby foods that I'm sure you saw in your clearance section over the last few days. And the first one you're looking for is the pear, banana, and raspberries. Then next up, we have again another beech nut, but this one's going to be the banana and berry flavor. And these are all going to be the pouches. Again, in-store pictures is what you're seeing on the screen, exactly what they look like. If they're expired, they do not have to sell them to you. Then the last flavor that we have is the carrot, zucchini, and pear. Definitely check your expiration dates. I don't know them offhand if my store had them expired or not, but keep an eye on those. Okay, friends, then the next one, I told you there was one I wasn't sure of, and that's hidden behind all these question marks right now. But this one I'm not sure if it's actually going to penny tomorrow, but be prepared that it may in fact penny. Like I said, I do not have an itemized list. If it's out there, I don't have it. So I always try to give you all the disclaimer on that. Not sure if this gentle start formula will in fact penny or not. Be prepared that it may. All right, gang, so that's pretty much my predictions for the penny list for tomorrow, August 18th. Will there be surprise pennies? Heck, you never know with Dollar General. We just saw that this past week. You just never know. Expect the unexpected with Dollar General always. So we will have to wait till tomorrow and see. I'll be up tonight checking my list, which fortunately has gotten a lot smaller due to the crazy amount of pennies that we have had over the last week. If you don't know about that information, go check out the numerous surprise penny list pages I have over on kristiesconnections.com. But that is all I have for you in this video. Stay beautiful, stay kind, stay amazing, and if anything pops up in the morning, I'll be sure and get a video out to you. Appreciate y'all's support. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share to a friend, and all the YouTubey stuff. But I will talk to you very soon in the next video. Bye, guys.